Welcome to the Rooted Phoenix. I am Estrella Phoenix, and on this channel, we use our spiritual tools to help heal, transform, and guide us to our abundant path. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So, today's reading is going to be focused on what blessings are on the horizon for us. This video is coming out on Thursday, which is considered Jupiter Day, which is our planet of abundance, expansion. And so, when you think about Jupiter, thinking about the big. that's the best way for me to describe it. And also, let's think about the opportunities that are coming our way. So I'm going to be using our Angels of Abundance Oracle deck along with my Nero Tarot Feminine Tarot. So we're going to go ahead and let's run these cards through our Palo Santo incense that is smoking right here off to the side, and also our tarot. All right. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you all for being here with me today. So we are asking our spirit guides, our higher self, the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, our ancestors, to come through today with a clear and accurate message for the people that will click on this video. What blessings are on the horizon for them? So let's go ahead and let's get this reading started. We're asking Spirit to give us some clear, accurate messages for the people that will click on this video. What blessings are on the horizon for them? All right, the first card that popped up says no more complaining. And we got some people that's been complaining. Got another one that says clearing debts. Okay, so that's the next one. All right, Spirit, give me one more. So we got no more complaining and clearing debts. All right, Spirit, give me one more card for the collective, for the people that will click on this video. Spirit team, give them a card. There we go. Well, two popped out, so we're going to go with it. So the other two that popped out is cooperation instead of competition and quiet retreat. So let's read these. So we got no more complaining. No more complaining says complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch those positive affirmations blossom into reality. So what's on the horizon for you is you need to get out of this victim mentality because you are blocking your blessings. The universe does not know the difference when it comes to us sending out energy of what we want versus what we don't want. If you focus all the time on what you do not want in your life, that's what you're going to continue to see. There is a law called the law of attraction. I don't know if you heard of it, but one of the laws of attraction is what you resist will persist. So whatever it is that you're resisting the most, that you're saying that you don't want, the more you go after it with that vigor of saying, I don't want this, that's what's going to continue in your life. So what you resist persists. So the best thing to do is, if you do not want something in your life, the best thing to do is wish it away, but focus on what you actually do want. So with this clearing debts card, just as an example, I haven't read the card yet, but just with clearing debts, so say if you do have a debt situation, you want to go ahead and put the debts, like if you want to write them down on a bay leaf and burn it or something like that, or on paper and burn it, you can, and make that be where I'm sealing it off, but I'm no longer thinking about it. The next step should be, what am I going to do as far as action plans to get rid of the debt? Am I going to do the snowball method, avalanche method? Am I going to go on a budget, get another job? It's like after you acknowledge it, it's time to move forward. It's not time to continue to think about and focus on the debt, because then you're going to have more debt. Stop thinking about the debt and start thinking about the solutions. And 444 just popped up on my time. So you need to start thinking about the solutions and not the problem. Okay, because you do not want that to become an affirmation for you just by default. Because again, the universe doesn't know the difference between what we want and what we don't want. It just knows what we focus on. And if you focus on the things that you don't want, that's what you're going to continue to get. So that's there. Okay, so we got to stop complaining. All right. And so in clearing debts, it says your self care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future one as well. So, again, when you are trying to clear debts, if that's what you have, if you have financial debts, or it even says emotional debts, you already feel lighter and freer just by facing the topic. So again, what I was saying about writing it down on the bay leaf or putting it on paper and burning it, that is an acknowledgement of it. But once you acknowledge it, it's time to move forward. It's time to make a plan, as it says, making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future one as well. So once you acknowledge it, it's time to move forward. It's time to move forward. So I feel like blessings that are on the horizon, just from these two cards, it's just getting out of the victimhood mentality and learning how to move on so that you're no longer blocking your blessings. We're only going to focus on what we want. So we need to focus on what it is that we want out of this life and not what we don't want. The next thing is cooperation instead of competition. Okay. It says, what yours is yours. No one can take it from you. There is no need to compete as there's abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. So this is telling you that you need to collaborate. Instead of feeling like you're in competition with whatever business that you're in or service that you're in, instead of competing, maybe you all need to work together. Maybe you need to network together. And I don't know why this came to me, because I feel like this business right here might have some clients that they can't service, that they may not offer that service, but you do. And so maybe you both can refer, clients, because maybe they don't do this particular thing, but you do, and vice versa. And so I feel like this could be, instead of it being a competition, it can be, okay, how can we work together to be a total network, a team? So when I look at these three angels, it makes me think of the Three of Pentacles. It makes me think of the Three of Pentacles, where they are together, working together as a team. The Three of Pentacles is like a team card for me. So I feel like this is what I feel when I see these three angels. So you just want to make sure that you know that what's for you is for you, and nobody can take that away from you. And that, again, you don't want to come out with that lack mentality that, okay, if this person right here gets it, there's no way that it's going to be enough for me. That's what you're going to draw into your existence. Again, what I was talking about, the no complaining and clearing debts, you have to make sure that you're not focusing on what somebody else is doing and being in envy and jealousy, and then you are causing yourself to be blocking your blessings. So you don't want to do that. You want to know that whatever is brought into your consciousness, like I was saying about people that had it on their mind to be firefighters and doctors and medical doctors and nurses and all that type of stuff, that was put on their heart. So whatever it is that you're doing, it was put on your heart. If you didn't have the capacity to do it, then it wouldn't have been put on your heart. So you don't need to be worried about what somebody else is doing. You need to be focused on what you can do and how you can make whatever it is that you do better. That's what you need to be focusing on. And again, networking with people, going to different seminars or webinars or conferences with like-minded people that's in the same industry. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That actually helps strengthen the network. As I was saying, that helps strengthen the network. All right, so the next one says quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. So I feel like this quiet retreat card goes really well with this cooperation instead of competition card, because it's telling you, like, just to chill out. It's time to disconnect from what you appear to be the outer world so that you can tap into your intuition, tap into your discernment, so that your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world is what you experience. Okay, what you experience. Create this quiet time for yourself. So I think about the Four of Swords when that come into my mind. Sometimes you just need to chill out, and the swords is all about our thinking, our intellect. And so sometimes you just got to quiet the noise. You may be an overthinker. You might be a serious overthinker. So we're going to go ahead and look into the tarot really quickly and see what messages that we get from the tarot that may coincide with our 4 cards. So again, if you're somebody that complains about everything, you got to stop doing that, because it is blocking your blessings. When you are trying to clear any type of debt, emotional debt, anything that you feel like you need to clear out of your mind, you need to acknowledge it, but then let it go. Don't continue to harper on 1111 just popped up on my time. So again, you need to not harper on that, but because it's gonna continue to block you from going to the next step of planning. Going to the next step of, okay, how can I clear these things? What can I do to clear these things? 7 of Pentacles just dropped out. So what can I do to clear these energies? When you are focused on what you don't want, you cannot get the clear, accurate messages from your spirit team that wants to help you. So let me get one more card, Spirit. Just let me know. Okay, I felt this one. This is the Star card. Okay. All right. So the next one, let's see what we got here with the Corporation instead of this one right here stuck out to me. So the Emperor. All right. And then on the Quiet Retreat, okay, this one didn't want to go back in. So we got the Temperance card. All right. So with the 7 of Pentacles, with the no, on top of the no more complaining, I feel like you have really, really put in the work. You have put in the work. You put in the growth, in this card, she has grown her pentacles. She has cultivated them, grew them from seed. And now she's looking at the fruit of her labor. She's looking at what she has grown, what growth she's having. But also she planned all of this. She planned everything, and she's seeing the progress. I feel like what you're complaining is blocking your progress. With the 7 of Pentacles, it's like a warning that's saying you need to stop complaining. You need to stop this victim mentality so that you can move forward. Whatever it is that you're doing, it's blocking your growth. It's really blocking your growth. And with the Star card here, the Star is she's all about our hopes and our dreams. What do we hope for? What is our faith? What healing do we need? Because and this is an Aquarius card, so you could be Aquarius, but she is the water barrier. She is pouring, out of these vessels. And so I feel like with this hope card, and it's on top of clearing debts, I feel like you have been heavily burdened by this. But it's time to renew yourself. It's time to heal. It's time to move forward. It's time for some rejuvenation. It's time for you to move to this next step, so that whatever it is that you're trying to clear, whether it's physical debts, emotional debts, people out of your life that is causing you to have any type of, heavy burden feeling, that you have to release them, because you can heal and rejuvenate from that. And with the Emperor on top of the Corporation instead of competition, the Emperor is all about structure. The Emperor is, about our stability, our focus. So I feel like if you put all of that Emperor, masculine energy into being in cooperation with people instead of competition because of this sternness, then you'll move a lot further. I feel like right now with this sternness, it's blocking you. It's blocking what blessings that can be on the horizon, because I really and truly do feel like you need to be in partnership with someone, like, again, in a referral type of capacity. And I feel like with your rigidness, because you really think that people are after you, or people are trying to steal whatever it is that in your industry, that you can't have the lack mentality or whatever, you got to get over that, because it's really, really blocking your blessings right now. It really is. And so with the Quiet Retreat card, we have the Temperance card. So with the Temperance card, it's all about the balance, right? It's all about balance. It's all about peace and harmony. So this card goes perfectly with the Quiet Retreat. It really does. It shows us that we can't always be on. We have to take time so that we can distinguish the small, still voice that's in us versus the outside noise, so that we can connect with our intuition, with our higher self. This is what this Quiet Retreat is telling us. We need to connect more with our higher self, with our true thoughts and feelings from the inner world, it says. you want to create this quiet time. So the temperance is also telling us that we need to balance. See how she's pouring in from one vessel into the other, and then also with the vessel, see, you need this energy poured into you. You need this energy poured into you. You need this tranquility, this balance, this peace and patience. I feel like your world has been a little bit chaotic, and spirit is saying that you really do need to clear out these energies that can be blocking the blessings that are on the horizon for you. So get rid of the victim mentality of complaining about things not working out for you, or get rid of the victim mentality where you don't feel like you can move on from, if you in debts or emotional debts or whatever it is. You have to clear those things out of your mind. And I really do feel like whatever it is, especially for somebody that's in business, that feel like they're having to compete with somebody that is probably in the same industry, it's just one of those things where you can't be alone in this world. There's always going to be somebody doing something either similar to yours or exactly like yours. But guess what? It's your personality, is the experience that they're going to get from you, even if you are selling the same things. Like, I'm going to give you an example. So for the last 6 years, since 2020, I have a handmade business where I make candles, I make bath and body products, I make spiritual stuff. So, but I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. And before me and my husband, we moved to this new town, I actually had a store in the town that we were living in before we moved here a year ago. And what made me different from everybody else that does the exact same thing? The experience that I give my customers. That's what make them come back. Not because I got the best candle in the world, not because I got the best anointing oil or whatever. It's not because of those things. It's because of the experience I give them when they come. They feel connected to me. They feel like I help them in some kind of way. And so that's what you need to focus on. Focus on the experience that you give somebody, because that is what's going to set you apart from everybody else. Another example, Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is not the only restaurant that has chicken sandwiches. They're not. Popeyes has chicken sandwiches. McDonald's have chicken sandwiches. You name them. At one time, I think it was a chicken sandwich competition going on KFC. Everybody had chicken sandwich. But what separates Chick-fil-A from all the rest of them is their customer service. Can nobody say hands down that Chick-fil-A does not have the best customer service? They can't. And so that's what keep people coming back to them. Not because they got the best chicken sandwich, they have the best experience. So you need to focus on giving your customers, giving the people that are in your industry, that give them that great experience that's going to make them want to come back. And on the bottom of the deck, we got the Queen of Swords. So you just want to make sure that you just not be as rigid with the Queen of Swords, but you just want to make sure that the perspective that you're taking is just not in your head. Okay. And not being critical of yourself either with this Queen of Swords. Do not be critical of yourself. You want to also talk to yourself with constructive criticism. I feel like you beat yourself up a lot, and you have to stop doing that as well. These are the things that are blocking your blessings that are on the horizon. So if this reading resonates with you in any kind of way, please leave me a comment in the comment section. And if you connected with me on a spiritual level, please consider being a subscriber to the channel. That's all I'm seeing right now in this reading. So I'm going to close it out. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. Thank you again.